Hi, BookTube. This is Johnny. Thought I'd make a video. It's been a couple of days. It is April the 14th, 2018. According to my wristwatch, it is 11:14 in the morning here in West Michigan. It is raining, snow and ice today. We are in the midst of a winter storm, even though we are in the middle of spring. So I came to my main study to make a video because it's been a couple of days. I was going to do a Friday reads, but I just never got around to it. But what I read yesterday mainly is Can You Forgive Her? Anthony Trollope. I'm doing a read-along on BookTube, and I got to read this today at least. I got to read at least, I say 100. I'm on page 263. I should be on 350 at least. Maybe 356. So I gotta really read that today. I read that yesterday. Yesterday was a Friday, and I volunteer at the local library used bookstore, the Book Nook. So I was there from 10 to 1. It was not busy. It was not slow. So I read this. And I don't know what else. I was trying to remember this morning when I was writing in my diary what I read yesterday. And I think all I read was Can You Forgive Her? And that was it. When I got home, I was tired. I had some weird dream I was still recovering from the night before, and I just basically messed with the computer, watched the birds, talked to my wife. I dozed. My wife took a nap during the afternoon, and the day just went by. I did watch on BookTube people doing Friday reads, but I just never got around to it. So, yeah, I was at the Book Nook. I read Anthony Trollope, Can You Forgive Her? And the day before, which was a Thursday, I think, what did I read on Thursday? Thursday, I read Theology as Discipleship. I was reading this morning along with N.T. Wright's a Biography. I read these this morning. And I've been reading this. I read this first this morning, and now I'm reading Theology as Discipleship by Keith L. Johnson. A Biography is written by N.T. Wright. So I read that Thursday, and then I read, on Thursday, Protestants, the Faith That Made the Modern World. I want to keep reading. I really like this. I'll read this weekend, probably tomorrow. And then I got this at the Book Nook Wednesday. One of the books I brought home was Diane Cooper, an autobiography. This is 3 volumes in here of her autobiography. She says here, Lady Diana Cooper was regarded as, quote, the greatest beauty of her age. Here are the sheltered days of childhood in one of England's great families, the tragedy of World War I, her storybook Romance and Marriage to Duff Cooper, Social Life with Edward VIII and Wallace Simpson, The Time in America and the Outbreak of World War II, her friendship with Winston Churchill, and her many hazardous wartime missions to the Far East and Middle East, Paris after the war, her retirement with Duff to Chantilly. I got into Diana Cooper because she was she knew writers and artists there back in the the 20s and 30s and 40s, and she's always kind of fascinated me, Diana Cooper. This is her autobiography. So I read the first volume. There's 3 of her autobiographies in this one paperback. The Rainbow Comes and Goes, Volume 1. The Light of Common Day, Volume 3. Trumpets from the Steep. So that's Volume 3 of her autobiography. I start reading the first volume, The Rainbow Comes and Goes, which is about her childhood. And I really enjoyed that, so I read that. And I think that's about it for Wednesday and Thursday. Oh, I also read on Thursday, Left Bank Art, Passion, and the Rebirth of Paris, 1940 to 50, which I don't have the book in here in my main study, by Agnes Poirier. So yeah, that's about it. I got these books at the Book Nook yesterday. I bought them. Well, I got one free book for volunteering yesterday. I got this biography, The Unfinished Life by John F. Kennedy, 1917 to 1963 by Robert Dallek. He just wrote a biography in FDR. He's written other biographies. I think I have his on Kissinger and Nixon. I think I have downstairs by him. Anyway, this is a biography on John F. Kennedy, Unfinished Life, John F. Kennedy, 1970-1963, by Robert Dallek. And then I bought this book, I think for $3, The Splendor of Ruins in French Landscape Painting, 1630 to 1800, by Stephen D. Borys, with the assistance of students in the Art History Department of Abilene College. I just really like I like paintings of ruins. And it's a really nice book. Very nice. I like books like this. You might call them table books, but I like looking at ruins. So I got that for $3. And then I bought this book for $7.50, Slave to Beauty, The Eccentric Life and Controversial Career, F. Holland Day, photographer, publisher, Aesthetic, not ascetic, but somebody who's like a connoisseur of art. I can't pronounce it. Aesthete. Anyway, this is by Estelle, S.L. Jussim. He was a photographer, an early of the. He took there's a photograph. No, this is a portrait of Aubrey Beardsley by Friedrich Evans. Beardsley wrote, was a drawer of those kinds of drawings. And I don't know, he was an early photographer, like that, and early photography. I like photography, art photography, so I got that. So that's what I got at the Book Nook yesterday, and that's what I've been reading. I got books coming in the mail next week, some Christian books. I really am enjoying Can You Forgive Her by Trollope. One thing, when I was reading this yesterday at the Book Nook, you can tell that Anthony Trollope is really enjoying himself writing this. I mean, there's a certain delight in the writing, a certain lightness, a certain humor. It's kind of charming. I don't know. I really, every time I read Trollope, I'm always just, he's such a good writer, Trollope. You compare him to, now I like modernism, I like postmodern literature, but it's so different. It's one of my favorite writers. I just recommend reading Trollope. So yeah, so today, like I said, it's a winter day. I'll probably just read. My wife is reading a mystery in the living room. It's raining and snowing and icing outside. And in my diary today, I'm on page 288 for the year 2018. So that's about it. I don't know what else to communicate. So yeah, this is Slave to Beauty I got, The Splendor of Ruins, The Unfinished Life by John F. Kennedy, reading Can You Forgive Her by Trollope, reading the autobiography of Diana Cooper, reading The Protestants, The Faith That Made the Modern World by Alec Ryle, reading Theology as Discipleship by Keith L. Johnson, and reading Paul, a biography by N.T. Wright. I still have on my desk here the Sermon on the Mount, Human Flourishing, a Theological Commentary by Jonathan T. Pennington. And I still have on my desk Echoes of Exodus, Tracing a Biblical Motif by Brian D. Estelle. So yeah, I'll get back into those. This is still, we're in the middle of April already. We're going down towards sliding down to the end of April, and it's still winter here. And we got tulip time here in Holland. I mean, we're supposed to have tulips blooming right now for tulip time, which only is going to be 2 weeks from now. And there's no tulips, there's no flowers. So how can they have the big national festival of tulip time here in Holland and there's no tulips? I don't know what they're going to do. They can't lie to people. People come to Holland during tulip time to take pictures of tulips, and there's no tulips. There's nothing. It's just brown snow, ice, and rain. Well, with that, I will close, hoping you're having a good weekend. Thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for the comments. And until next time, bye.